At some point in our life, we may question our life purpose. We may feel the need for something more. When we're young, it feels like we have forever to live, or we're busy building a career or raising a family. So it may not be till later in life that we start looking for the answers to life's important questions. At least that was the case for me. I'm Curt Remington. My love for nature led me on a spiritual journey, one in which I discovered that through meditation we can find some of those answers. And we can get a sense of connection with something bigger. Now, quantum physics has shown that really everything's connected. That was an important concept to Native Americans. They believed that everything had a spirit and that it all was connected. Connectedness is also an important concept in Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, and even in Christianity. Some of us may get a feel for that sense of connection through our religion or spirituality, or maybe through the love of family and friends. For me, I've always felt a strong sense of connection out in nature, tuned into the details of my environment. As a child, I'd go out into the woods behind our house and play and explore, listen to a babbling creek or watch the birds. When I turned 16 and got a driver's license, I felt that I needed to get out and see the Canadian Rocky Mountains. A friend and I borrowed my mom's car and we made the 1,500-mile drive out there. When we got there, we backpacked up a beautiful remote valley in Jasper National Park, and we reached an alpine hut. It had jagged peaks on three sides, an alpine lake, and it sat at the top of a cliff looking down on the valley below. That afternoon, a rainbow formed over the valley, and I was so in awe and felt connected to everything around me. It was a wonderful feeling that I wanted to experience again and again. And I felt I knew what was important in life and what wasn't. Now, I may have only gotten part of the picture, because what I concluded was, I want to be a mountain man, even if it hadn't been a popular career since about 1860. I got home from that trip and picked out a beautiful mural for my wall. Had an alpine lake and a spectacular mountain. I assumed it must be in the Alps. Every day I would look at that mural and I would think how wonderful it would be to live in such a glorious place. When I got done with high school, I took my truck and headed out to the mountains. Decided I would camp over the winter high in the Rockies of Montana. It didn't take me long to realize that I really missed people. Within a month I was back in Minnesota, working and saving money for college. At that point my life got fairly routine. I finished college, got married, started a family, and started an appraisal business. With a growing family and a growing appraisal business, life got pretty hectic at times, and I would seek refuge out in nature. I'd hike in Minnesota, or we'd make an occasional trip to the mountains. Eventually my love for the lofty places brought us on a move to Bellingham, Washington. When we got there, I found that beautiful lake and mountain on my mural was only 30 miles from our house. It wasn't in the Alps after all. It had to be more than a coincidence. Did I manifest it? Or was it something that was meant to be? Well, as I spent time up in the mountains, really connecting with places that felt close to heaven, I felt a need for even a deeper spirituality, or to find a life purpose. Looking for answers, I found a clairvoyant and wonderful spiritual teacher that our move also put us near. And I felt that also was meant to be. I ended up training with her for 14 months. And in the course of training, we did a lot of meditating. In that meditating, I found some of that same euphoria that I found in the mountains. I also really came to the understanding that we are spiritual beings with a temporary body, not just humans that may have a soul. I also started gaining psychic abilities that gave me the tools to start looking for more answers to my spiritual questions, I came to the sense that we're put here to understand our connectedness. We are connected. And to learn to help and love one another. And in the spirit of helping, I developed a website that shares part of my story and meditations that I developed that do things like help you connect to nature, improve relationships, connect with one another. Meditations for releasing blocks to your health and happiness. And there are also exercises for connecting to the spiritual realm so that you can answer important questions for yourself, like, what is my life purpose? Thank you.